What inspired the lack of beard?
Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Boys Gone Wild. We're back with Andrew Cohen and Charlie Milner, who doesn't have a beard anymore.
He shaved it all off.
Yeah, he looks... You actually have quite good teeth, and I only realise that because you don't have that horrible beard around it.
Did it cover his teeth? That's a horrible image.
No, but
just a beard over the mouth. Just one block of
furry
matter.
teeth. No, it's
Did he have?
No, it's more distracted from it. You're not looking at his beard because the rest. You're not looking at his teeth because the rest of the face is so confusing.
You look a bit like a Snoopy character.
Snoopy?
Which
one?
Have
you ever?
Which character?
No,
Have you seen
not
any
really.
Snoopy? Yeah, well, that's for all your Snoopy heads out there.
Yeah.
The reason I shaved is because
Tintin.
I kept getting
he looks
through
like
my
Tintin.
beard. Like
the twits.
So I kept
like
getting,
the Roald Dahl story, the twits.
Yeah, I'm into that.
I kept getting hair in my food, and when I was chatting to people, hair would like fall out a bit. It just didn't look good.
Yeah.
You don't
you
want
don't want to molt.
I was molting while speaking to people and trying to like.
Oh, it's not nice.
Well, was there like
Introduce myself.
was there a rock bottom? Was there a moment that triggered it, or was it just a general feeling?
Just loads of like slurry all over my lap and like bits of gravel. Like, I went to a festival at the weekend and came out with all these kind of bits in my.
How was the folk festival?
It was incredible.
Was it only folk music?
Only folk music.
Was there any D&B?
There was not D&B, but there's kind of trance.
There's more like dreams and wash basins.
Yeah, you added a W, but dreams and basins, I guess.
The best thing I saw was this androgynous-looking Welsh harp player lady who, like, whenever she would play, she kind of went a bit cross-eyed and was sort of...
What, she's like she's coming?
Yeah, but more in a nice way. It wasn't sexy.
Sully it.
Yeah. It was more kind of she looked very spiritual and harpy.
Now,
that was the best thing I saw.
Was it filled with people? Because I like the healing fields of Glastonbury with like, what do you do the rest of the year? Did you see a lot of people work like that? Like, is she full-time harpist or does she work at Sainsbury's
I think she's
on the weekend?
She's full-time harpist, but like I think Glastonbury has a bit more of a scary edge to it, whereas these lot are just like hairy Hagrid pixie folk who live it, and they do live in caravans and
woodland creatures.
They're woodland creatures, yeah. They're shrews.
They kind of
so when the festival ends,
they peel off from the trees.
They freeze back into being a tree.
Yeah. Whereas I think the Glastonbury ones are a bit more kind of, you'll find them in a lay-by doing awful like
hand jobs,
doing hand jobs and lay-bys.
Sex stuff.
Yeah, they'll be doing sex stuff in lay-bys.
Me and Charlie went for a sauna before this.
Did you go for a sauna?
We did. We went. I was going anyway, and I thought I'd invite Charlie along.
Right.
He arrived 15 minutes late. I saw him cycle to try and park his line bike, and then he didn't arrive for ages. And then as I'm in there, he shouts, "Sorry, I'll be 1 sec. I should have finished my chips." And I think he'd cycled on his line bike to get a whole massive bag of fish and chips.
Right before a sauna.
Yeah.
Fish, chips and chicken.
I don't think that sits well.
Was
with
that
me.
because you were just?
I was just really hungry.
Yeah, fair enough.
And I thought it's not good to like...
If I'm going to the sauna, I've got to be full of chips.
Well, I thought I might faint.
Sauna.
I thought I might faint if I'm
That's fair, Charlie.
if I've got nothing.
That's really
in me.
fair.
Yeah, I need to have stuff in me.
You got to have sauna on a full stomach.
Yeah.
But the receptionist, it's always funny when this happens. And it happens often in sitcoms, but I love it in real life when it happens. The receptionist was flirting with the girl in front of me. And I love it when receptionists flirt with her. When you arrive, the vibe completely changes.
Yeah.
So he's just chatting to her. He's like, "Oh, you look so much like your friend.
Can I get some service, please?"
Well, they do it, and then you're next, and immediately I've seen them at 10 out of 10. I've seen them at 100%. So you've already shown your hand.
100% what?
Well, just them
charisma,
them being as charismatic as possible, and then them just turning it down to 20% as soon as
is the key.
Yeah.
What's your name? All right.
I've seen what you can do, so don't fucking. You got to keep. If you're starting flirting with one person, you do have to maintain that until, or slowly do it 10% at a time that you're turning it down. Because if it's a long queue.
Yeah, I mean, that would be a fucking nightmare, though. Having to slowly turn down your flirting or flirt with everyone for the rest of the day.
Not necessarily flirting, charm, personality, charisma.
Whack it on a bit, I guess. Was it a male?
Because if you've just got it as 10% the whole time, they know what they're getting.
Was it a male flirting with a
Yes,
female?
it was a man flirting with a woman.
Changes things for some reason.
Positively or negatively.
Positively.
In this economy, who knows?
It's better if it's a man flirting with a woman than a woman flirting with a woman.
Yeah.
I think it's better if a woman's flirting with a woman.
Yeah, it's great to see. I know, because there's me like, don't let me stop anything. Don't let me interrupt you girls. I love what you girls do.
Can I bring you anything? What could you possibly bring?
Completely. I mean, that's what's funny about women flirting with women is a man can ruin it with just one comment.
Yeah. This is great.
If you just go,
Ignore me. I had to go behind the till. I'll sort myself out. It's just really lovely to see. Really good to see.
Which I guess is another male privilege to enjoy. How have you been, brother?
Yeah, good. I was a bit hungover this morning, and I was getting a taxi from my girlfriend's house to start work early in the morning. Now,
Right.
I feel like
Weirdly sounded like a song. I don't know why.
in the taxi in the morning,
Getting a taxi from my girlfriend's house to go to work in the morning.
feeling a bit hungover.
Yeah, like one of those really wordy ones.
Yeah.
It's like a Joni Mitchell song.
Oh, don't really know anything about Joni
what's
Mitchell.
what's the
Old
chorus?
Hag. No, sorry, no, she's lovely.
What's the chorus of that song?
Taxi in the morning, taxi in the morning.
Stay with me, stay with me,
No, not the vibe at all. Is that? Or that could be the girlfriend's like refrain. It
Yeah.
could be like a.
She doesn't want you to go.
Falsetto.
Yeah,
backing.
stay with me, but I gotta get my taxi in
Well,
the
so
morning.
it's more kind of like operatic.
Gotta get my taxi in
gotta-
the morning.
You know I have to pick him up.
You're the taxi driver.
You know I have to pick him
Okay,
up.
3 characters, me, girlfriend, and taxi driver. I've got to pick him up. Taxi in the morning, please stay. I like that.
So yeah, you got the taxi in the morning.
And I always find, look, I like a conversation with taxi drivers. I've had some lovely conversations with taxi drivers.
Gotta
After
pick 'em
one
up.
particularly long conversation with gotta pick him up. After a particularly long conversation journey with one taxi driver, he said I was like
Conversation journey. So you went on a journey.
I went a journey in many ways.
I
It
guess
was
this is a
actually 4
conversation
a.m. and I was
journey.
absolutely off my tits. But at the end of it, he said, like, I'm like his son. And I went, all right.
All right, mate.
So look.
Bit keen.
Easy, mate.
Easy tiger.
Yeah, anyway, I often like a chat, but it's always, whenever they instigate, it seems to be at the wrong time. It's rare for a taxi driver nowadays in an Uber to strike up a conversation.
Sure.
But it's always at the wrong time, and it's always whenever it's hungover in the morning when I'm on my way to work. That is not what I want to be. I don't want to chat.
Yeah.
All right? I want to focus on getting home. I got in, and he was like, how are you? I went, I'm all right. How are you? And he went, traffic. And I thought, all right, he's a man of few words. This is going to go well. 5 minutes, 10 minutes into the journey, he looks in his mirror at me, dead in the eyes, and goes, there's 206 countries in the world. And then stops. And I go, okay. And then he proceeds to tell me how there's only 2 countries in the world that don't have any traffic.
What are they? Vatican City?
They are. That's where I went. Or
Western Sahara?
Yeah, no, he went, it's Japan and Singapore.
Well, they do have traffic. But
Yeah,
it's not,
obviously.
They have good,
The man was out with his mind. And then...
well-managed traffic
well-managed traffic.
is what you meant.
Then he proceeds to tell me, he said there's 4 reasons why Japan doesn't have any traffic. And procedes to tell me...
His presentation style is quite dramatic.
It is.
Because it's like, he's not inviting you in, he's telling you.
He's not. At the end of the fucking journey, he was telling me about the importance of saving money. And he said, we arrived
sorry,
at-
what's the 4 reasons?
I'll come back to that.
Right.
But at the end, this is just to show what was happening. I'd arrived at my house. We were outside it. And he went, hold on. And he finished a point that lasted like 2 minutes whilst I'm at the destination, holding the door handle. He goes, hold on. Talk to me about saving money. I was like, fuck off. I don't have any money. Then during it, so the 4 reasons of traffic.
Fuck off, I don't have any money.
And then shut the door. Then, so the 4 reasons. One of them, one of them is that they teach kids to clean at a very young age.
Fine,
Another reason
makes sense.
is that children aren't allowed to be in relationships in the 3rd year of primary school. Now, the 3rd reason made me stop and really evaluate everything in my life. Because the 3rd reason was that there is bountiful public toilets in Japan.
Interesting. Well, we've talked a lot about the need for a public toilet.
And then he went on to say about how there's no public toilets in Britain and was going on about that. And I looked at him and thought, what is the difference between you and me right now? Ranting about toilets to a semi-disinterested audience. Is this what I sound like? Is this who I am? Because he just went on about toilets for ages, and I was like, I completely agree, but I don't want to agree with anything you say.
Because if you encourage him...
I got a bit of a recording, I think.
What's this got to do with traffic, though?
Well, I don't know.
The lack of public toilets means...
You have to poo in the car?
A bit, no, yeah, he was saying, if you needed a shit right now, and ironically, I really did, but he was like, if you need the toilet, what would we do? He was like, you'd probably ask to pull over and like go to a McDonald's or a Costa. Well, in Japan, they've got plenty of public toilets. I got it at the end.
Pulling over a taxi to go for a shit feels like...
It's not classy.
Yeah.
Oh, let's have
Do you think that's classy?
No, go through. Can you go to this
It's more classy
drive-through?
than shitting yourself in the taxi. Right, let's have a listen.
The gentleman's way out.
Then you go inside, switch off, go down. You use the toilet, engine switch on, walk up, give out, switch on, off, then automatically go toilet down.
He was just telling me that's him describing the kind of the special toilets they have in Japan.
They do have brilliant toilets.
I know they have brilliant toilets in Japan.
Yeah. I don't think that affects traffic, and also Tokyo has a lot of traffic.
Yeah, I'm sure it does.
So,
it was more about that it's a better culture and a better country. But it was just like, I was like, who's this madman? And then he started making several of the points that I've made previously. Just rambling on to someone half listening. And I was like,
is he not happy here?
Is he not? Well, he didn't seem to be. He then kind of went, he was like, this country. I was like, I don't know, mate. I don't know. He told me to stop working from home.
Why not?
I don't know. He's quite hard to understand, to be honest. I don't know. He said it's not good. I was like, okay. And then, he didn't let me leave because he was finishing off telling me that I need to save money because later down the line you might need money.
I mean, it's not a terrible point.
It's an obvious point. It's ridiculous. I didn't give him anything that
Maybe
required.
you don't have any money because you're not listening to this guy.
Well, I should save it, I guess. Fuck off, Ibrahim. What was his name? Yeah, it's just, the toilets thing was, I couldn't believe it. It was a real moment in the back of that taxi.
Realising how you're not that different.
No, maybe we're the same. Or this is what we sound like on the podcast. We need more toilets around.
Because even though you're not a big small talker, I do think you have kind of taxi driver talk in you.
Yeah,
like in another world, if you're a taxi driver, listen to LPC, opinionated about a small thing.
Yeah.
In this fucking country, the broken Brit. Have you heard about what they've done to the Paddington Bear? Yeah. Is it fucking
Paddington? National fucking icon.
As like a monologuing taxi driver, not like the little small talk. I think you definitely got that in you. Because you're angry about mundane enough stuff that you easily.
That's true. That's true. It wouldn't be far off him. I mean, he was probably 70, so give it a few years and I'll be doing the exact same thing.
You should have said move to fucking Japan.
Move to fucking honestly, or Singapore. Fucking
if it's so brilliant, go to fucking Japan.
Do you think that if we get to a point where they do modernise enough so that we don't even need to use the toilet, we just sort of can think it out of our bodies?
AI, Sam Altman, kind of like deep mind sort of technology.
It just gets evaporated.
Right. Yeah.
Do you think that there's a kind of that we'll miss the toilet? Do you think you'll miss toilet time?
You know what? I think you'd still have them. Interestingly enough.
Why?
Because it's not just this place to go and pee
It's
and
a third
poo.
space.
But that's what I'm saying.
The toilet is the third space. It's not work. It's not home. It's the
in between.
And that's what we've lost with the modern age, is that sense of community. The church is dead. That was one thing, but now the toilet is dead.
Toilet's gone.
There's nowhere.
Not the toilet.
There's no third space.
Well, no, because it's more than that, isn't it? It's I often go to the toilet when I don't need a wee during social occasions because sometimes it's nice to have a break.
It's true. I do think, and that's what you lose when you stop smoking.
Yeah.
You lose a lot of these.
But the worst is when you're smoking and then you go for a break and then someone else comes out who you don't want to talk to and then you have a cigarette with them and now your break's ruined.
Yeah. Yeah. And
but your point stands.
I feel like at some point we need to make up things where you can get out of social situations.
Mm. Well, maybe we can
acceptable.
make pants that fill up with shit and you can go, I've shit myself. You want to talk about poo? We can talk about poo.
No, but I mean, what if...
I have to go now.
Or can you
I've
go
just
like...
shit myself, and then you've got like a nappy full of matter.
Or make it socially acceptable to scream, "I'm bored."
Well, I do that quite a lot.
You just go, "I'm bored."
I'm bored. Well, yeah, but this is more for a break because like there's plenty of excuses you can make to leave, but to have like a 15-minute interlude somewhere.
No, that is still an excuse to change flow, isn't it? It's to change environment, it's to mix things up, and you don't want to just sort of turn around slowly while someone's talking and just walk away. I think that's what you should start normalising, is if someone's telling a story and it's boring you in a social situation, and there's like 4 people. Can you
Charlie!
Not,
he's laughing at it and playing it.
No, Charlie,
interrupt. Hold on, give it a minute. Give it a minute.
We're doing the podcast that we make together and you work on. It's fucking crazy.
Well, you've got to see this vid, guys. Doing the podcast. It's got so few views. Okay, go on quickly.
It's me. The toilet. I just wanted to ask. I was getting myself into when I applied to be a toilet. Yeah, it's a great job. I used to be a public toilet, and let me tell you, this is a step up. Anyway, carry on.
I would be livid.
Right. Explain that.
It's Virgin Trains talking toilets, where basically this woman says you basically.
I guess I rarely get Virgin.
You put into the toilet, and she's like
going up north.
Oddly, that video is Will Ferrell as the voice of Virgin Trains toilet. There was no Will Ferrell in that I detected.
Kind of like middle class, polite, 30-something woman.
Yeah, it was like a country lady toilet.
I didn't like the way they did that because it was also implying that the toilet was a person. Oh, by the way, and really polite.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to shit in there. And also, don't make it a woman. I don't want to poo on a woman. Maybe a man.
That's horrible.
I could maybe shit on a guy.
But she applied to be a toilet. It's not like it's weird.
She said it's a step up from being a public toilet.
What's the bloody point of it? Because that's.
I guess you're saving her from being a public toilet, so it's a bit more dignified.
I don't think. Look, it's not a big step up.
A train toilet's still a public
It's not a big
toilet.
step up at all. A train to a public, they're pretty similar in my
Yeah,
book.
but just even if it's gradual, be at the bottom of the ladder. You want to be the top of.
Well, she hasn't got a bloody choice. She's a toilet. What's her other options in life? She can't go into banking. She's a toilet.
And that's what needs to change.
That's what needs to change. More jobs for toilets. Toilet jobs. What were you fucking saying before?
I just think
bathrooms.
if someone's telling a boring story, if you're not enjoying it and there's like 5 people there, you should be allowed to slowly turn your back in protest.
Yeah.
And that should be socially acceptable.
I honestly think I do that.
But just slowly.
I think it's just a slow turn. I'm like, if there's plenty of this...
Because there's something so disrespectful about the back of someone's head purposely being showed to you.
What? Yeah, I don't know. I think I do that in some ways.
What would happen,
I refuse to be stuck in a long story. Though,
if it was a group situation, right? Stop.
Just ignore it.
Stop.
That's just okay, go on.
If there's a group situation, there'll be like, you could tell that you're losing a couple of people.
Yeah.
And then you'd have to start looking at the people who are there.
Yeah.
And you have to
slowly whittling it down to the one who gets stuck there, who's the most polite, the least polite, most polite loses.
Are you saying, is the suggestion, so Charlie's typed in back of someone's head with loads of tattoos on it, as if it's the front of the head. Are you suggesting basically that you could get away with it by having a really interested looking
Yeah. With the fingers up
so
as well.
that you can ignore it. So you
you
just
can
get fully tattooed on the back of your bald head. Someone go,
And then you can nod it a bit as well. Right. Oh, right.
Yeah.
You make it like an optical illusion, so it's always sort of nodding.
It's not his worst idea. I don't hate it at all. I'm actually kind of surprised you didn't find any results for that. You'd expect someone's done it, wouldn't you? In this crazy, crazy world we live in.
And then what's your real face doing? Is it just enjoying?
Oh no, you're
The
sweet release.
Fuck, I'm not listening.
God.
Do you want to hear something really annoying?
Go on.
It's going to piss you off.
Go on.
Sam Thompson is running like 2 marathons a day or
Of course he is.
Type it in, get it up. This is what's going on with the fucking world. It's like, particularly because his mate did it.
The way he makes money is just being a celeb, right? Sort of.
Yeah.
Just being. So
He's a personality.
He has to just come up with these annoying things all the
To
time.
stay relevant. Well, it's like when we did this bit about when Spencer Matthews was doing it and we were like, this is enough. It's like, no, this is just like, one, we're ruining marathons for everyone.
Yeah.
Everyone running all these marathons, you've ruined the sanctity of the marathon. Now, if my friend says I've run a marathon, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck if it's I've said this several times actually.
An Iron Man, I'm listening.
I am still, but like now people are doing ultras. They're doing like Trek marathons.
But people are doing ultras, but so many people who don't even seem that exceptional. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
It no longer has any aura.
Run of the mill Phil.
Yeah, run of the mill Phil. Your fucking nan's doing an ultra.
My nan's doing it. Literally, it's fucking obscene. But Sam Thompson's doing one, just like right after Spencer Matthews. It's fucking ridiculous. It's clearly an attempt to get back in the news cycle. Well, he got broke up with, didn't he?
Yeah, well, I guess part of the problem with... I mean, I don't know why I know about his breakup as well. I don't know why.
Yeah.
He's kind of forced to. He's not on my algorithm, but
No.
I just can't... I'm just know
And then
who
I
he
saw
is.
the fucker running through Watford for some... It's probably an autism charity, isn't it? I bet.
What, because he's autistic?
Yeah. Well, I reckon it's an autism
He's
charity.
run himself autistic. He ran so much, he's
You need
now
to
got
stop
autism.
running, pal.
Yeah.
Go and talk to some people. Stop running by yourself.
Well, the
It
problem
just-
is that him and his ex-girlfriend Zara McDermott.
Very good.
They
I can't get over your lack of beard. It keeps surprising.
They publicised their relationship so much, and they did lots of couples reels. And they showed that they had a really nice relationship, and then suddenly they're broken up with. She's now dating a One Directioner,
Louis Tomlinson.
Say his name.
Say his name. It is true. I mean, it is.
And
another...
it just, I do actually feel bad for him. I don't know why though. I don't know anything about what happened with the breakdown in the relationship.
Oh, I don't.
Because all I saw was the fun reels.
Yeah. Are you lamenting the loss of the fun reels? What are you going to do on a Saturday night now?
I'm thinking about Sam. He's lost his beautiful girlfriend, and now lots of celeb pics of her with a One Directioner, Louis Tomlinson.
With Louis as well. Do you know what I mean?
But imagine your ex gets pumped. Your ex is in the sun with her new boy.
I'm going to say if my ex gets pumped by Louis Tomlinson, then.
By Louis Walsh.
Louis Walsh. What's
Who
worse?
isn't gay, is he?
He isn't gay.
Which is terrifying.
Very scary. Very scary indeed.
It's scary about a man who's fully straight who reads entirely gay.
But you are gay. Come on.
His mum died yesterday as well.
Really?
Maureen died yesterday.
Odd. Maureen Walsh.
Shall we dedicate the episode to Maureen Walsh?
Yeah, let's call the episode Maureen Walsh. R.I.P. Maureen Walsh in, what is it? In memorandum?
Memoriam.
Fucking
Stop,
hell.
fucking hell.
That was nuts.
Tough.
Yeah, I hope Sam doesn't complete the marathon. I'd like one of them not to. I just see him limping. He clearly hasn't done enough training either. It was like, just do some training.
So
if you're going to do
did
it.
Jamie Lang finish all his...
It was Jamie, wasn't it?
Did he finish all his ones?
Yeah, he did.
That's annoying.
It is annoying, isn't it? Just want one of them to fucking fail.
Yeah.
Because it's now...
Do any of them ever fail?
Is there any time when someone isn't running like a marathon a day now for a different cause?
Yeah.
Some whatever list celebrity.
What would impress you?
We discussed this. It was killing your cat. It was killing a pet. We'd had this exact conversation and the answer was killing a pet. I'm going to kill my dog for Macmillan cancer.
Fair fucks.
Fair fucks. That is a sacrifice. Running a marathon without like fucking training. There's nothing compared to killing your dog. I mean, it was a young dog as well. It couldn't have been like nearly put down. I'm going to kill my dog for cancer.
How would you feel if what was his name? I forgot his name already.
Louis Tomlinson.
No, that was the One Directioner. Sam Thompson.
Sam Thompson.
Too similar.
Oh,
maybe that's her thing. That's
maybe
what
her thing is Tom in the surname. What are you into?
I've got a type.
Yeah, I've got a type. What is it? What? Brunette, tall, Tom in the surname.
Tom and Son.
Tom and Son in the surname.
That's my red line. That's my must-have. Massive green flag.
In fairness, she's done pretty well. She's nabbed two of the most famous Tom and Sons there is.
Yeah. So
Thompson.
I guess, do you think the guy who came up with Timpsons is going like, me? Maybe? And she's like,
no, not you.
Explicitly not
Explicitly
you.
not
Nearly.
you. Tim's even worse than
If
none.
I didn't have such a rocking bod, maybe I would. I'd settle for Tim.
For Tim, but I'm a Tom guy. Girl, look at these tits. These are for Toms. These baps are for Toms.
These tits are for Toms.
These tits are for Toms.
Yeah. I'd have to be really drunk to go for a Timpson.
To Sam Thompson.
I was going to say something.
Yeah,
I was going to say something. I would be in... If Sam Thompson broke Felix Baumgartner's...
that's the joke I made.
What?
That's the
Really?
you actually have a terrible memory.
What's this?
We had this exact conversation in the podcast, and I made that joke.
Did you?
Yeah. Like genuinely, it was when we were sat at your house. It was one of those ones.
Was it? Oh, was it actually on the podcast? Was it recorded? Oh, right.
It was a podcast. Yeah.
What's Felix Baumgart doing now?
Yeah, what's he
It's
doing
an
now?
excellent question,
Is
Charlie.
he still jumping off stuff?
He's probably jumping off stuff.
I reckon
he's a flyer, the commercial pilot.
an acrobatic helicopter. That's nice.
Have you seen rehearsal season 2?
No, apparently it's crazy.
It's mad.
Do you think that's a bit of a fall from grace that he's now doing like...
Pardon the
Pardon
pun.
the pun.
Pardon the pun.
The pun is pardoned.
Pardon.
The pun has been pardoned.
Oh.
That he's now doing like Ryanair.
Well, wait. I think he
Yeah, but
probably
he's
was before.
acrobatically doing Ryanair. So he's doing like flips.
Terrified.
Another old man shook to death.
Yeah. Wait. Well, he's probably a commercial pilot before, I imagine. And this wasn't his full-time occupation. His full-time occupation wasn't jumping from space. Because he only did it fucking once, didn't he? Can we watch it quickly? It was mad, right?
Yeah. Did we, was it at school that we were allowed to watch it?
Yeah, I think we did. I don't remember watching it live.
I think we
Maybe.
stopped and we all watched it.
Yeah, maybe actually.
I guess it was kind of like our going to the moon. He's like our Neil Armstrong.
Yeah, but just like, without not much esteem in it for some reason.
I remember that he was spinning too much, and then he used his go on.
Worst thing that he could have said when he jumped.
Yeah.
He went.
What did you say?
The N-word. That'd be terrible. Oh my god.
He went, I'm going
and it's
home
like
now.
he's Austrian, so it's just like it would just feel weird.
There'll be stank behind it.
I think the worst realistic one is him trying to be cool but saying something completely not cool.
Or like, he does it in English as well, but
What
he's
about,
got
like,
broken English.
anyone
Smell
got
you later.
Ay caramba.
Yeah. Ooh, me gusta. That's not.
I've had worse Mondays.
Yeah,
That's good. That's good. That's good.
Office for the day.
Yeah.
I've had worse offices. Actually, that'd be a terrible office.
It wouldn't, Where's the coffee machine? Where are you going to put that? Where are you going to put the desk? You're in space. Everything's floating about. Well, it's not, is it? Because there's gravity there.
Do you have quicker Wi-Fi because you're close to the satellites? Would you have really good Wi-Fi?
Yeah.
That'd be
I'm
good.
going to say yes. I'm going to say yes.
Well, that means that you could have high-quality Zoom calls from space.
You could.
You should have said that.
What?
We could have high quality Zoom calls all the way up in. See yous.
What? So, what? So he's like kind of like David Brenty. Yeah.
I'm not.
Scoot you later, brother.
I'm not pretty high in the sky.
I like that one. I'm not high in the sky and then jump off. That's good. That's a nice one. That's enough of
there
feelings. Is it Baumgartner or Baumgartner? Who cares?
Baumgard.
But there's not an air after.
Baumgartner.
Did we, when we talked about it before, did we talk about how the best way to break his record is by doing it by 1 millimeter?
Yeah.
You get right back up there. You basically do the exact same thing, and it's just to fuck him off.
Yeah, that is good. Yeah, there
You
should be
literally
more
just
shit
do it
like that.
an inch.
Yeah.
But why couldn't you have gone further up?
Deaf.
I would have pushed it a bit further.
Well, then that's why you're not fucking doing it. I mean, no.
He could handle it. I reckon he could have gone higher, I reckon.
What's the difference between a few more meters higher at that point?
Well, it means that I'm not going to come up and try and break it, maybe, if it gets too far enough. 55-year-old paraglider got pulled into a convection cloud. What's that?
Is this the Chinese paraglider that's on the plan?
Yeah.
Yes.
Did you write? Who's
Charlie's.
this?
Yes.
Charlie's.
Go on, Charlie.
Well, a Chinese paraglider who is 55 got stuck in a kind of headwind. He basically became a hot air balloon and flew up and couldn't control it and got stuck in 8,000 meters up, which I don't know if they're planes. I don't know how high planes are.
Like in the
But
clouds.
he's absolutely freezing.
He's just in the clouds.
He's
He looks
frozen.
fucking
But
freezing.
it looks like the cloud is frozen.
Yeah, I think at that point you're kind of ice and space.
So is the
Wait,
cloud
what?
like a...
You've done an odd job of explaining it. What? How? Why is he stuck? Because he's
caught
frozen.
He got caught in a vertical headwind and
Yeah.
then got taken up, and then I don't think.
But that doesn't make him stuck.
Basically,
Charlie,
somehow he got stuck up there, and then I think the air was like it's like in those wind machines where you just get the wind machine's on.
Okay, I see.
And he couldn't get out of it.
So
it
he's
looks
not
like-
stuck. He looks like he's stuck in a cloud. He looks like he's in a snowy mountain, but he is
Is
moving.
the cloud the background?
Yeah, that's a cloud.
to over 8,000 meters.
Why doesn't the guy filming it help him?
It's a GoPro. Was that a joke? Yeah. Okay, fine.
Oh,
However, he remained conscious
Right, so it's so.
and kept control of his
that
glider.
looks like a phone footage there.
Yeah, how do.
You look fucking free.
You're screwed, pal. I don't really understand paragliding, to be honest.
Do you have any interest in that sort of thing? Because there's quite a lot of paragliding in Sussex. You do it off the downs.
You'd have to kill me before getting on a hot air balloon.
Hot air balloon's different.
Absolutely not.
I've done a hot air balloon, and yeah, it was terrifying and
Yeah,
rubbish.
it sounds awful. It looks like
I
let's
can
put
understand
the
paragliding.
wicker basket in a balloon.
The
in
wonderfully
fire.
wicker
The
bar-
wonderfully talented, the wickedly wonderful,
The wicker bastardly scary.
Adina Dizum.
Yeah, I feel I could get into paragliding because it would, feeling the beauty and thrill of flight probably would be exquisite.
My dad is building a thing called a Noddy plane,
Oh yeah,
where he wants to basically build a plane that he can then get in, and he's calling it the Noddy plane. So that's
Why is he calling it the Noddy plane? I'll ask.
because I guess it's just like I guess it's just very simple. It's like a very simple thing. Like how
Is
he's doing
Noddy
it.
known for his simplicity?
Well, it's just like, you know,
Thick? Is it because it's thick? Is it because Noddy's a fucking idiot?
What? Wait, what was Noddy's deal?
Yeah,
Genuine.
what was
What's Noddy
what
up
was wrong
to?
with Noddy? What
What
was his
Noddy doing?
what was Noddy's diagnosis?
Yeah, Noddy's a bit of a creep, to be honest. Look at him.
Enid Blyton, she's a creep as well, man. She's always coming up with these
Yeah.
fucking weird ideas.
he lives
Wait,
in
so
Toyland.
what was his thing? As a fictional character,
Nice idea. What should we call this place? Toyland.
Toyland.
Brilliant.
Fucking give it another shot, Enid. Wait, go on. Like, what was his deal though? He had that car. Is that what he's referring to, your dad? Like,
And he had a big hat.
what was
not a big
Noddy's
hat.
job? Yeah. Noddy is depicted
He's
in
a
the books as
cabbie.
a taxi driver.
Really? Noddy was a
He's
cabbie.
a taxi driver. Can we just see a second of him speaking? Because I remember this is really young, isn't it? This is for like, you're a thick old cunt at the moment.
Yeah.
Like 2 or 3 or something.
Yeah, this is like surely Shapes and Colours sort of.
Pushing it. Would you drive to town for me, please? And fetch some tins of paint and 2 big brushes.
This is your taxi driver.
Mr. Tubby wants to paint the house.
Would you
We've
mind
only
saving
got
some
bit of-
money?
I hope my car won't dazzle your eyes. Goodbye.
So Noddy is a child. Noddy's a child, but he seems to be driving a car.
Yeah.
Toyland looks kind of idyllic.
So what about Noddy that we've just seen? He's going to have to fucking fly the fucker, isn't he, really?
Yeah. There's Noddy in the bath. Look.
Can you send pictures of Noddy plane? The Noddy plane, because I want to see.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's
it's
see some-
yellow. It's bright yellow.
We'd like to see more than just the vague
is it
idea
a
of the
glider?
colour.
Does it have a motor?
It's got...
Is
At
it
the
a
minute,
big
it's a
plane
At the
sort
minute,
of?
it's a glider about the size of this desk.
Yeah, I don't really understand.
So is
It'll
it
look a
kinda
bit-
like that?
It'll look a bit like that, but bright yellow, and it'll be the Noddy
How
plane.
high does he want to go? Sky's the limit?
Sky's the limit, yeah.
What do you think about this?
Go on.
Charlie, can you get up a whale fact on Instagram, please?
Any whale fact?
A whale
Oh.
fact. So,
Spell whale, sorry.
a whale fact. Spell whale wrong. Ah! Right, this is an Instagram page called A Whale Fact.
Right.
Click on one. Whales are pretty fucking big. That's one post. Click on another. Whales are so big that if you try to swallow one, you absolutely probably could not.
Yeah.
One more. Since Elon Musk is leaving the whole White House, I would like to suggest a whale assume the now vacant role of unqualified beast who looks like it should be in the ocean. As a bonus, a whale would mostly just destroy its surroundings instead of the entire middle class. Okay,
Right.
Go on its page. How many? It's got 161,000 followers.
Right.
I am one of those followers.
Okay.
From an old decision I've made.
Yeah.
However, which is an increasing trend I'm seeing of people, the people who run these accounts. It's similar with another one. I don't know, just like these general accounts that just get big for nothing, really. Asking for like financial help from their followers. The Whale Factors post on the story, hey folks, been a cuff couple of weeks.
A cuff tuple, sorry.
A cuff tuple
Sorry,
of weeks.
That was just funny.
A cuff tuple.
Screenshot.
I've got it. I've already screenshotted it. Been a tough couple of weeks. Yeah, nice. Hey folks, been a tough couple of weeks. If you can help me out with a few bucks, it would be extremely appreciated right now. My dental insurance apparently doesn't cover the dentist I've been going to for 8 years. So now I owe them £400 for my last 2 visits. The insurance is company suggestions. Find a new dentist. Feeling extremely anxious right now. If you could help, I would truly appreciate it. If you are unable, believe me, I understand. I am so tired of this. Thank you and I love you all. Then then the Whale Factors link their Venmo and their Cash App. Just
Yeah,
say a fucking
yeah.
whale fact.
Yeah.
What's going
You know what
on?
you should do?
Yeah.
And I've seen more and more
It
of this of
feels
people
like-
trying to monetize
Yeah.
nonsense.
Nonsense.
Because they've got lots of followers, yeah, but it's lots of followers for one stupid idea and people
Yeah.
are finding it a bit ironically silly.
And now
fun.
it's like, oh, this is a silly thing. And now you're feeling guilty because you're like, oh no, the whale fat guy's
The
really
whale,
strong.
I don't care that and it's a dentist. He owes the dentist $300. Fuck
Can
off.
you guys help me out with all the whale facts I've produced for you? Oh, we must make sure the whale fat
We
guy
like
gets
the whale
taken.
fat guys have teeth problems. Better Venmo him a $5. What are we talking about?
Yeah, it's
And
true.
I've seen another thing.
Because even he says free Palestine, which I feel like there's obviously a lot of pressure for people with platforms to say free Palestine. And I guess what I would say, he still says Black Lives Matter.
in his thing, yeah.
I'm just like, I don't know if a whale fact The whale fact page is going to shift the dial at all.
And isn't part of the whale fact page in order to forget about everything that's in the world?
You can't
Isn't
just
it
go for your
the-
stupid
the-
fucking
you
thing.
know-
By the way, children are starving to death in
I'm
Gaza.
here for the whale fact. And now I've just sent you £100 to get your dentures out. What are we talking about? Because there's also something, I forget what it was.
I think it's a general cultural shift. It is ridiculous.
It's
I
about-
completely
and
agree.
people trying to monetize it.
Meme pages. The whole point, the premise is that you're a creator of memes who doesn't have a personality through the page.
You simply assemble things
You
together.
assemble things for us.
You do not deserve my money.
Yeah. As soon as your face comes in, it's like, ugh, this is not why we're here.
TikTok, funny TikToks or whatever, the one you said about, like TikTok.
Oh, fave TikToks.
She's at it.
Yeah.
She's out and she's like doing Substacks and stuff, which is okay. That's okay.
Yeah.
But like, no, she was out just like, like the coffee thing. I'm like, you repost TikTok videos. You make a fake whale fact up a day. I'm not helping you out with the doctors. And I've seen more and more, and when they show their faces, I agree, it's horrible. They're always ugly. I don't know what it is.
Well, it's because he hasn't got his dentures
He's
fixed.
got his dentures
He can't
fixed.
fucking
It'd be
afford
lovely.
it because you won't give him any
But
cash.
it's like seeing your dad naked. It's
Yeah.
like, oh,
Ugh.
I don't want
Not
that.
the whale fat
Not
guy.
the whale fat guy. And I'm not helping you out with your dentist because you do a fake whale fact every day. I'm not sending you money. You do a fake
fair.
whale fact every day.
Fair, it's fair. I mean, I guess the counter argument is
We enjoy it.
Is a whale factor day similar
Keep
enough
the doctor away.
to a whale factor? Well, keeps
Not
the
the
dentist.
dentist. Not the dentist. Sorry, it was the whale fact today.
I mean, is it similar to a busker on the tube?
no. No, it's fucking not. It's only
And also, at what point is it begging?
Then
That's what
he's put his fucking paper cup out to 200,000 people. Good, can you help me pay for my dentist?
Now, would it be different if the whale fat guy was genuinely homeless? And it's a homeless guy with a phone, and he's like, the only way I can make money. In the same way, you wouldn't say, what the fuck are you doing when there's like, I don't know, a homeless person with shit things they're selling. Whatever. It's
These
like,
are shit. I'm not paying for any of this. Kick it out.
This is rubbish. What the fuck is this?
No, what it is, so that's the difference. If he was homeless and he came up and been like, by the way, guys, I'm homeless. If people like the whale fat guy's homeless, let's get him a house. Because that's an act of charity. What the whale fact is trying to do is monetize a whale fact. And the whale fact should never be monetized.
And also, if you are so desperate that you are monetizing it, don't monetize it through small things that you want to get.
Yeah.
It should be a general monetization.
maybe do
at
some
work.
merch.
Yeah.
He could probably do some merch with whale fat t-shirts or something. Don't come and ask me to direct transfer you money.
For a specific thing.
For a dentist.
Hey guys, can you help me get an Ocado shop? Because
Yeah, because I want some food.
Can we get a
Why?
Big, I'm going to big Tesco's. Can you guys?
Why? Because I'm the guy who does the whale fact every day. So? What does that mean? You can have my money? What are you talking about? You do a whale fact. I've just look out for it. There's more and more people because they've got, you know, these meme pages can get loads of followers.
But we're not there for that, and you can't affect any change. You're not a real platform.
You're a meme. You collate information.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not allowing them to monetize it. Here's a whale fact for you. They don't have any teeth. And neither should you. Now fuck off. That's what I'd say.
Big tough brushes. Do they have tiff?
No, they've got like
They
look
brush.
like a Hoover. They've got
They got
brushes.
brushes.
It's a really uncomfortable thing about whales that they have brushes.
They got brush for teeth.
Yeah, what does it
don't
look
they?
like?
What whale's
It
tooth
looks like
looks
a bin.
Because I'm just thinking about Shark Tale. I remember in Shark Tale they washed the teeth of the whales.
Yeah, I wouldn't. If you're getting your anatomy from Shark Tale, you should get it from Finding Nemo
Why?
because they do it accurately where they've just got the brushes when Marlin and Dory get swallowed by a blue whale.
Yep.
I've got Barcelona Tapas, Greg Wallace,
Yeah.
Sauna we've done.
Greg.
Let's do Greg.
Yep, let's do Greg.
Grigor.
Grigori. Well, you posted this video in the topics thing, and I saw this quite a while ago. What was it again?
Me?
No, Charlie.
It was Greg complaining that when younger members of crew on sets he was on would ask him if he wanted to go to the pub, he wouldn't go because he'd be anxious that they'd find him weird.
No, it's not anxious that they find him weird, actually.
Probably that he
It's
did
he
on the
didn't
top.
want to be cancelled.
Yeah, but therefore, I guess
It's not
the
weird.
same
He said
thing.
that.
You're not getting cancelled because he's weird. It's
No, but
because
they wouldn't
He's
understand.
worried that he'd say something
He's probably
inappropriate.
saying that while he's naked at work.
while he's fucking.
I'd love to come.
Yeah,
He's
I just,
humping
you know,
a woman of a certain age while doing a Chinese accent.
Yeah.
You're just so horny.
You know what the culture's like at the moment.
I did sort of side a little bit with Greg though, which is like you can't ask him to come, a man like that to come up for a drink, and then choose to get offended with what he says.
It's true.
You know.
Wait,
and I think there's a little bit of truth in it.
Yeah. Go on his Insta.
What, we're gonna DM him?
Yeah. Did you not see what I posted earlier? So go on this video.
Yes.
We should do something with this. Maybe it should come from one of our accounts, but we should do something with this.
You want to look better, you want to feel better, you want to have more energy, you want to look better in your clothes, you want to
That one made me laugh.
you have a healthy life as you get older, you want to live longer,
Right.
but you still want to enjoy a glass of wine or a beer, you still want to eat nice food, you haven't got time to go to the gym, you're busy.
Wow.
I get it. I perfectly understand. I've been helping people for over 4 years.
Right.
Now, I can help you. I can't do it free of charge, but I can help you. If you would like some help, if you're interested, do leave me a direct message.
Should we message him?
What? So he's like a.
Should I message him?
So he becomes a PT.
Yeah.
I mean, Greg Wallace is your PT.
I mean,
there's
there's a strong chance he'll reply. We could get in touch with Greg Wallace.
He won't do it for free though.
No, I'll pay him for a session. I'll go and do a session with Greg Wallace.
He probably.
I mean, isn't that the best podcast content that's ever happened?
I mean, I guess we could do it as a business expense, but I think it would be. I think he's probably charging through the roof.
I also think that he's probably sniffing out for trolls. So I think you need to go with something pathetic.
I don't know if Greg understands social media that well.
No, I mean, there is literally a clip on my Instagram of me taking the piss out of it. Well, what's better, one of ours or Charlie's?
Charlie.
Probably mine.
Yeah.
Do it on yours, Charlie.
I'll look like I need help.
Do Russell Brand 1776 coffee. Let's see if I can find it, actually. I think I'll send you a link.
1770. What a fascinating sentence.
What am I saying to Greg?
No, okay.
1776 coffee.
We won't do that now. We'll do it after.
What would that be about? He's evoking the
No,
American Revolution.
it's fascinating, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, look at this. This is like such... He's gone so far. I mean, how he can say it's not a grift anymore is extraordinary. I mean, just thinking how far Brand has come from where he used to be and just how he will literally do anything. Look at this. I mean, it works with him what he's recently been doing. But just how far he'd come from like the anti-capitalist stuff as well. This is him just trying to shift.
Stinking filthy pigs, look at your body. Have you taken a moment to squat over a mirror and look at what your genitalia is like? Get your genitals in better shape with Cine 5. It's a bold, dark roast, clinically shown to reduce your biological age by up to 8 years in 7 months. If you're an 8-year-old, don't drink it, you'll go back in time and those damn lefties will probably have you aborted.
Abort!
Drink 1775. It helps with mitochondrial function, reduces inflammation, it reduces oxidative stress. It's a cellular detox and repair. It enhances your muscles and your bones.
This is
Drink
a
2
grid
cups a
post
day
as well.
and
Yeah.
you will be covered. Drink yourself better. There's a solution that I tried as a younger man and it actually made things a lot worse, but I was using
He loves
alcohol then, not
coming back.
coffee. I also tried smoking myself better,
Yeah,
injecting
okay.
myself better, putting stuff up my bottom to make myself feel better.
1775.
Drink 1775. Get yourself on the path to
Yeah,
recovery.
that's lovely.
I mean, it's quite extraordinary. It feels like almost a new low for him.
That was the American Revolution, wasn't it?
Yes. So
Then
it's
that's-
like,
that's
it's a right-wing conservative, but also mixed with a sort of biohacking Joe Rogan sphere, kind of fake health stuff.
Coffee?
It's-
That makes
but-
you younger.
But also it's kind of like the Declaration of Independence.
Yeah,
It's just fucking and Russell Brand. Like, it's just why I think this video is so fascinating is it shows how muddled the whole fucking thing has got.
Yeah, it's really true.
How far Brand's got, but how far fucking coffee's got.
Yeah.
How far the right and left have blended
What did he
together.
say? Why did it
It's
start-
definitely a load of
Did he
bollocks
say
as well.
de-age you like 8 years in 7 months?
What are you talking about?
Also, why did it start-
What are you talking? Mitochondrial. How thick are you if you think, oh, brilliant, I'm going to anti-age with this fucking patriotic
coffee.
fucking founding fathers coffee?
Yeah.
Why did it start so genitally?
I don't know
based
why it
as well?
started. That's a great
It started
question.
off with not only about it.
Can we actually? Because I don't know why it started.
I
off
didn't
so
expect it to be a coffee thing.
I thought it was going to be Manscaped. Look, yeah, let's watch this.
Stinking filthy pigs! Look at your body. Have you taken a moment to squat over a mirror and look at what your genitalia is like? Get your genitals in better shape with Cine 5. It's a
Pause it. That's a mad. That's a
So
mad
I guess it's
pitch.
kind of like macho.
Get your balls better.
Get your balls right.
So maybe the anti-aging
as young as you can.
with this
Get yourself some nice young balls
with this
historic
historic patriotic coffee.
the American Revolution coffee. The only coffee that can make your balls really young.
And he's British. It's all so weird.
Come and make your balls young with this coffee. You want nice young balls, don't you? You don't want old balls. You want young balls. And you want nice young balls and cock, don't you? Young.
And then no more mention of balls after that. Like just like genitals, squat over a mirror, balls.
Mitochondria so balls,
Yeah.
young
Oxidizing.
balls. Oxidation in the balls, young balls.
Do you want young balls?
Would you like a younger penis? You want your penis looking really young again?
They must have paid him a lot for this.
How much did
But it's just
They've only got like
so-
3,000 followers.
Just,
Really? Well,
but it's
you
to
know,
do with
the price is the
Rumble. I
price.
think it's linked with Rumble, which is the platform he's on. That sort of.
What's Rumble?
You know Rumble? It's the
not really.
free speech platform. So it's where he
There's
streams.
so many of those now.
I think it's the big one.
There's Trump. Well, what's Trump's one?
Truth?
True,
Yeah,
True
True
Social. That's
But I
it.
think Trump's on Rumble as well.
Here in this Rumble.
But fascinating.
Is the only left wing one is Blue Sky, right? There's no
Yeah.
others.
Don't know.
And I went on Blue Sky because I want to check it out. And yeah, it is just lots of cucks dads, to be fair. It's a lot of just garden reading dads who are just like, this is nice, isn't
Yeah.
it? This is lovely.
Thank God.
Good to
Oh, it's just nice. It's like old Twitter again, you know.
Yeah. Sounds alright, mate.
Geezer who likes old Twitter.
Yeah, I don't know though. I don't know what that was.
I went to Barcelona and I think though Spanish food is nice, it's definitely nice. I'm not trying to slag it off. I do think some Europeans, they are just remixing the same 4 ingredients. And because they're doing it with the European Mediterranean accent, they're getting a little bit high on their horse. Tapas is just ham, bread, cheese, egg.
What? Tapas is just ham, bread, cheese, and egg.
Yeah. To do tapas dishes. What are the tapas dishes?
Patatas bravas.
Potatoes.
I think this is a bad
That's
take.
that's not tapas.
Type in classic tapas
Classic
dishes.
tapas dish. Right. So it's ham, it's bread, it's potato.
think about it.
They got padron peppers, to be fair.
They're
Croquettes.
Okay, there's obviously lots of chicken involved. I imagine them to be more of a kind of
Because we had a lot
meal.
of tapas. We had a lot of tapas. All different levels of tapas.
I like to tapas.
Oh man, there's nothing better than tapping
Hey,
ass.
get back from work, tap some ass.
Yeah.
Oh, this wasn't what was advertised on the menu. I was under the impression that I was going to tap some ass, because you seem to be serving me potatoes. I believe the advert says tap ass, and
Right here.
right here, tap ass, and here you are serving me peppers.
Yeah. And it's lovely. I don't get me wrong, it's nice, but it is just that. We went all over. We had all of them. It's all the classic dishes. There's the traditional tapas, so it ends up being about 10 dishes, and it is. And with a lot of European food, a lot of the time they have 3 boxes with fucking. It'll be like bread, pasta, potatoes, and ham, and they'll just go like this, and they'll just remix it, and they'll go like. They just keep. You know, it's like they've got 4 ingredients in there, and they keep coming back in different orders. If you actually think about it, it is just the same thing.
What's interesting is that tapas isn't
It's lovely,
actually
though.
that renowned. You know what I mean? So people aren't like tapas. People, I don't know many people's
Spanish
favorite
cuisine
food.
is.
Yeah, but
mainly-
not that much.
Yeah.
If we're on it, I don't know. I do a jambalaya at home.
Yeah.
And you know what? I never really like it that much. It's just a bit like.
But you're doing it out of respect to the Spanish people?
Yeah, every now and again it's good to doff your cap. You can doff a cap, can't you? Yeah.
Yeah. Obviously, there's
jambalaya.
great Spanish food, but I just think
it's
with
not even
tapas.
fucking Spanish, is it?
Did you get pelted by any any
Yeah.
angry
Did you
people?
see anything?
No.
Nothing.
To be honest, we went on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, so peak days. And I guess we went in the most touristy parts. We walked all over the city. Not that many tourists.
Not that many tourists.
Maybe there's one strip, the Ramblas, which we didn't really go to, which is probably very touristy, but way less tourists than London, way less tourists than Paris, way more space, What are you guys complaining about? Also, Barcelona has amazing beaches. I thought they'd be like shitty city beaches, but they're just fucking brilliant. And it's like, yeah, you greedy fucking whinging cunts. You've got a beach. Of course we're coming here.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
I think them jacking up
that
prices.
is nuts to have a beach in a city.
Yeah, so don't fucking hog it all. Of course we're coming.
What other cities have beaches?
So I just...
I've really piqued your interest there.
I was surprised.
Were you?
I was surprised about how few tourists there were. London's way worse for tourists. And you never see us fucking pelting tourists with water balloons.
Good.
Were you disappointed to see?
We could start.
But it's just going to fucking Leicester Square and going, this is a disgrace.
This is awful.
Were you disappointed about the lack of action? You know how like football fans want to get a bit of a taste of.
Yeah, I would have
were you
interested
hoping
to see
sort
some of it.
headbutt
It's like...
But none of it.
It's dinner and a show, isn't it?
Yeah. Pie and a pint.
Paella.
And a pint.
And a punch.
Okay.
Paella and a punch. Yeah, look. What time are we on out of sheer unadulterated interest?
Oh, fuck, is it 5:30?
It's 5:30. I do think.
I gotta go.
It's got to go. Is it?
All right.